Excellent. Hey! You're a free woman.
To look for me?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
We went looking for you.
That was amazing performance. What did they do to you?
I'm so glad you were there.
Was I? That was really hard to fold on. It was really thick and it was really slick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, welcome to Tijuana.
Like, quite an introduction.
I got a couple of interviews.
So excited.
Listen up.
Thank you so much for coming.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It was like the moment where people
Suddenly just like they all
something.
turned and then
Yeah, just the chatter and the sort of body language around it. You know, it was interesting. Really could at least tell it through the camera a little bit.
yeah, I'm really curious to hear what people have to say.
What happened
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, they put me in the back of the truck,
Right.
and then they drove us away, and then at some point they stopped us, and another police car, because they were following us with another car, and then they were asking all these questions, like they were arguing with Luis, like, what are you doing here? Get out of the truck, and they were trying to, like, get me to go by myself to the station. He was like, I'm not leaving, I'm staying here with her. And so then they finally took me to the station, and then, which was really wild. It was really wild. And just the way the station was set up and the...
We went there.
Oh, you went there, okay, I saw it. When there was a judge there, and he kind of came out from this office, and they all stood around, and they were just like talking, you know, like questioning Luis, and I couldn't really catch everything that they were saying in Spanish, but it was stuff like, you know, what is she doing here? Who is she? And he was explaining, and then they were
Like, she's just some crazy artist. Right.
I'm the director of this company, yeah, pretty much. And then they were, and this kind of, it's pretty much what happens everywhere when the police get involved. And they don't really know what to do. I mean, they can sit there and try and intimidate you and hassle you, but then once they get you into custody, they're like, well, we don't know what to do with you. We don't know what to charge you with. We can't really put you in jail. Just don't come back here and don't ever do it again, okay? If we see you again, we're going to arrest you. And that's kind of it. So the judge is like, and the judge was saying things to Luis like, oh, you're the instigator. It's your fault. She's bad. You're worse than her. You're the one who started this whole thing. I mean, there was just... I actually want to record, I wanted to record the judge talking to him, but with all the cops standing around, but if I had reached in and pulled out my recorder at that point, it would have really been a bad idea.
Yeah.
This is always this, you know, it's like, do you antagonize them more to get the, so.
Wired him.
I know, really. So that I'm going to ask him, I'm going to record him describing what the conversation was, like, so he can tell me what it's about. But it's the same conversation, essentially, that I had with cops in Atlanta and cops in Belgrade.
I was wondering, yeah. It was just like,
They were there.
Did they take you in, or was it just a talk in the street corner?
No, they took us to the station.
No, not this. I mean, not this time, but when you were in Belgrade and.
When they were in Belgrade, they didn't take me in.
Okay.
But they talked to me on the street corner. When I was in Atlanta, they didn't take me in. They just talked to me on the street corner.
Yeah.
It was great. We had a lesson of civility at the police station.
What did
Like all of the policemen, they have like something to say. Why we shouldn't have done that. Why she shouldn't have done that. And I was like an accessory to a crime.
Yeah.
That I disobeyed. We're gonna leave her go, but we're thinking about keeping you in there for a couple of days.
You were on the phone at the beginning. Were you calling that number that you were given?
Right. I called my contact, you know, and then he called to the police station. So we called the police station. The judge already knew that what was going on.
Right.
Wow.
So he was.
And he knew you were not some stupid person, that you were connected and
Well, according to the judge, it was okay. The judge was very patronizing, you know, it was like but the policemen, they were like upset, you know, and so I was very careful not to get upset or do anything that, but then they became like a missionaries, you know. She broke her pants and then she could have fell down and caused some damage. You know, a lot of people were thinking that she was going to suicide and commit suicide, and a lot of people thought that she was crazy. I thought she was like some crazy woman that just escaped from the hospital. But it was great, you know, everybody was very civil, there was no aggressivity or anything.
Yeah.
It would have been different had you not been there.
I don't think so, but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to leave her alone, you know.
Right.
No way. It's like,
Right.
and the judge says, I understand, you shouldn't have jumped into this. That is enough for me to send you to jail. You shouldn't have done. I understand what you did, you know, but you shouldn't have done that.
Huh.
No, I'm sorry. You're right. You're absolutely.